Cue the intro.
Rookie report! It's back. It's been a little bit since we had it, but since the season's closing out, I figured that right now is the best time. I'm glad to report that my favorite rookie coming in is officially back, and he's here to stay. Jalen Green has scored 30 straight points in 4 straight games. The first time a rookie's done that was Allen Iverson back in 1997, and before that, Michael Jordan. That's some pretty solid company. I'm just saying. Jalen Green's, he's put it together since the end of the All-Star break. Coach Steven Stiles has basically benched Christian Wood for the end of the season along with Dennis Schroeder, which is giving him and KPJ a lot more shots. And he's taking advantage of them. He's making a lot of shots. He's making difficult shots, you know, your average shot creator variety, the step-back threes and the pull-ups, which we all know that he could make. He just wasn't making them earlier in the season. And he's doing it really efficiently. These past couple of games, he's been shooting 45% from the field and 42% from 3 on a lot of attempts, on like 8 attempts per game and like 20 shots. It's not like, you know, where he's shooting like 30 shots and he's only making like 12 of them. Like, he's shooting efficiently, he's getting it done, and he's showing that like he was the second pick in the draft. A very Anthony Edwards-esque, how do you say this? Like give me a word.
Performance?
Yeah, performance towards the end of the season, where like he really struggled towards the beginning, just struggled to adapt to the NBA, how it was moving, but he's just getting to his spots now. He does this thing that a lot of scorers do, like Shea, like where they're not super big, so like if they get cut off, they'll just keep going on the cutoff angle and just like go around the guy because they're like mad fast. So he's been doing that a lot. The step back threes, which has always been there, but it's like coming to life. Off pull-ups and catches, he's shooting 42%. Obviously, this isn't a sustainable stretch. Like, he's putting up MVP numbers for like the past 5 games, but it's showing the amount of potential he has.
So I have a question for you. I'm very interested to hear your response, but who is your rookie of the year? Because I know mine.
Who's yours?
The one and only Cade Cunningham.
Wow.
Rookie of the year.
You switched it, huh?
Yeah, I did. Cade, after the All-Star break, has turned up. Like,
he has.
He's averaged 22 points in March, and he's just become the guy for the Pistons. Like, they haven't had someone like this in a while. I think maybe they're expecting Jeremy Grant to be a little bit like the guy, but Cade Cunningham has really shown that like he's going to be their guy for a while. He's averaging 17 points on the season.
I mean, even that's a bit skewed because he had a really rough like first month shooting the ball.
The first couple months he didn't play that well, but he's averaging 22 points in March, like I said, and
I think it's like 22, 7, and 7. I think that's what he been averaging.
Yeah,
like the whole month.
His season had to 17, 5, and 5, which is great numbers for a rookie. And he's just been playing amazing the last couple months. He's gonna be my rookie of the year.
I think I'm staying with my take. I think they really should just give out co-rookie of the year. Honestly, you could probably give it out to 3 guys. Like, there's no reason Scotty Barnes shouldn't have it either. It's kind of crazy like how good this rookie class is. Josh Giddey, who's been out for a little bit, but like he had a really spectacular like stretch. Evan Mobley, who's like basically, I mean, it really depends, but I have him on my all defensive team as a rookie. And he basically turned like half of this Cleveland defense around in his first season. And Cade Cunningham, who's already the primary ball handler, not on a winning team, obviously, but they did win against the 76ers. And Cade played like insanely well. It was like an MVP level performance. The way he navigates the pick and roll is already like an elite level. It's very Luka Doncic-esque, like the way he gets to his spots. I'm a bit concerned though, Ennes. I think I've heard a couple people talk about this, and I've thought about it too, because I've watched a couple Pistons games. I don't know if there's a world where Cade is like the number 1 scorer on like a championship team. Like, it's kind of a weird take, but like somebody at the Ringer talked about this, where like a lot of like MVP superstar level players have like that easy offense, you know, where they can just get to their spot whenever they need to. You know, with KD it's a pull up. Like, Kyrie's going to get to the paint. LeBron will do whatever LeBron does, you know. I don't know where that comes from Cade right now.
I think with Cade, he's more of a traditional point guard. Like, he does score a lot, and he's averaging 17 points on the season, which is good for a scorer. But, like, his player build is more of, like, a shot or more of like a playmaker, like a true point guard. Like Luka isn't like a traditional point guard where he's only a playmaker. He gets a lot of assists. He can score when he wants to, but he doesn't really score a lot. That's not what Luka is. Luka's not like a traditional point guard. But I feel like Cade is more traditional like that, where his main attribute to him, like as a player, is probably his playmaking. And that I do think that, yes, if he's gonna be on a championship team, he can't be the number one scorer. Like, and it's just,
I think a lot of this will fade as like the Pistons players get better eventually. Right now, like he's kind of just working with Sadiq Bey, like in terms of guys who he can kick out to the corner and like that's an immediate shot.
Sadiq dropped 50, bro.
No, I'm saying Sadiq's a bucket. Sadiq's a bucket. I've been a Sadiq fan for a while. No, but it's like the amount of offensive gravity you hold is going to be a lot more depending on the players around you. Like they're going to have to respect more 3-point shooters, and then they're going to have to come off the help less and give Cade less space to operate. Like if Cade was in a pick and roll with like Isaiah Stewart, he goes left, he keeps the guy on his back, stays there for a second. Isaiah's going up for the lob, but imagine it's like Rudy Gobert in the paint, so you don't have that lob threat. But also nobody's coming from the side to kick out to the corner because they're coming to help, because the guy in the corner is like Corey Joseph. You're fine with Corey Joseph taking a corner three. So it's like if you kick out to Corey Joseph, that's not an assist, but it gives Cade more space to operate if there's a more competent guy. No offense to Corey Joseph either. I like Corey Joseph. But like if there's a legitimate 3-point threat in the corner, that gives Cade more space to operate. Like if he wants to get into a floater or if he wants to get into a pull-up, because the lob threat's not always going to be there. Or he can fake the floater and then hit the lob threat, but he's not going to have that space if the help side guy's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like we're going to see Cade with more space to operate eventually. And also I think his efficiency is going to go up just as he gets more adjusted. Obviously, like the only guy that's shooting like super efficiently is like Scotty Barnes, because all he takes is like mid-rangers and like in the paint shots. But yeah, I really like Cade. I do want to see a world where like he kind of shoots above 35% from three, because there's a couple of games where it's like it's just not there for him. But yeah, I like Cade Cunningham a lot.
See, like this is tough. Like you said, I think all three of them, like Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, and Cade, like should all win Rookie of the Year, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think the only reason why some people would put Cade below the other two is because I don't know if this really like comes into play in the Rookie of the Year rankings, but the Pistons are like at the bottom of the conference.
And well, yeah, I mean they're not even playing Cade right now. Like what's it called? They didn't play him in the other game, like because he's literally winning them games. But
Cade doesn't have like, obviously his team isn't as good as Scotty Barnes has like with the Raptors or Evan Mobley with the Cavs. But like the Raptors and Cavs are both in playoff contention right now, and they're both sitting at the 6 and 7 seed. So like that might be a factor, but I just think Cade is obviously having a better season overall than both of them.
I don't know if I can really say that Cade's having a better season than Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley's rookie season is kind of just like, I feel like a lot of it's like he plays for the Cavs and like his counting numbers are not super high. Like it's like 14 and what's it called? How many rebounds is he? 14 and 8. It's not going to like stand out to you, but he's already like he's like a third level playmaker for them besides Darius Garland. Ennes, he's like the anchor of their defense at like in his rookie year. He doesn't foul. He gets blocks. He deters like one. I think he's like fourth most in like affected shots at the rim. I mean, it's kind of like, I think in like 2 years we're gonna be seeing Evan Mobley in like all NBA conversations just for how good he is on defense. And I mean that's half of basketball. You know, I think he's having like one of the best rookie years we've seen. But like Cade is also having a really good rookie year. And Scotty Barnes is having a really good rookie year. And I think another reason, unless we don't put this into like why we're looking at rookie of the year, Evan Mobley's on a winning team, and so is Scotty Barnes, but Cade isn't and Jalen isn't. So it's like, it's a weird thing to think about. I think it's really up to like what you're valuing here. He's already averaging basically 2 blocks and like a steal per game. I mean, maybe we should just give it to Jose Alvarado.
I'm down for that, actually.
I think it's a lot like the MVP race. It's kind of just coming down to like,
true.
Yeah. It's like, it's coming down to what you're valuing right now. If you want the guy who's winning the most games and is like the best player on like a championship level team, then like Embiid is kind of like the Mobley of the race, you know? But if a guy that's like, he's winning games and like his teammates really stink, then like, and he's shown that he's going to win those games and he's putting up like kind of crazy numbers, then it's Jokic is your Cade, you know. And then Scotty Barnes, I guess, would be your Giannis. I mean, it's a kind of a crazy. Their player comp isn't actually too off, but Scotty Barnes is actually winning more games than Evan Mobley is right now. But he also has better teammates, arguably, than Evan Mobley does.
Dude, that's actually crazy how similar the races are for MVP and Rookie of the Year. Yeah, it's a really close race for both awards. Just to throw some stats out there, Cade Cunningham has 7 games with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, and all the other NBA rookies combined have 7 of those games.
But I mean, that's also Cade is the most he's the most triple double guy out of anybody in the class right now.
He's the most well-rounded on offense, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's between him and Franz or Scotty Franz Wagner. I think the reason Franz hasn't gotten as much love is just because his touches have gone down a lot since his early season start, because Jalen Suggs was out for a while, so they're trying to balance all of that. But on another note, though, I think I think the shooting will improve for Cade Cunningham because he's an 85% free throw shooter. I think it's just a good would you say, Ennes, that's a good indicator of how good of a shooter you're going to be? Yeah.
For sure.
It's kind of hard to if you see a guy who's knocking down a lot of free throws but he's just missing easy jumpers, the jumpers are going to go in eventually. You know. Yeah, it's just a matter. Yeah.
I could tell Moody's not a good shooter because he shoots 30% from the free throw line.
Wow, that's kind of crazy because I actually have video evidence of Ennes missing free throws over and over again.
Where's the video, bro? I'm a 95% free throw shooter.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what you're talking about.